This is a marathon of entitled people who got instant karma.
Run, Forrest, run!
My brother ran off with my ex, and now he wants an invite to my wedding and got my parents uninvited in the process. Buckle up, because we got all the perspectives on this one. Plus an update, so stay tuned for that.
Drama!
I, 24 male, wasn't even gonna make a post about this, but my brother, who I'll call Turk, 25 male, made 4 posts about it. So I thought I should share my side of the story. By the way, we do have Turk's post. We found it. He deleted it, but we found it. Don't you worry.
We got him.
I'll use the same names he did for the sake of simplicity. My fiance is Maria, 24 female, and my ex is Jen, 24 female. A little over 5 years ago, my brother started dating Maria, my now fiance. Messy. This is a messy one, I can tell. A big, beautiful mess. 3 months after they started dating, they set me up with her now ex best friend, Jen. What a lovely little love square. The 4 of us did a lot together since the girls were best friends. Turk and Maria dated for a year and Jen and I dated for 9 months. At the end of our relationship, I came home early and found Turk and Jen in my bed. After I processed the situation, I called Maria because I'd want to know if I was in her place. She came over and we confronted Turk and Jen. They dumped us. They dumped you guys? Shouldn't y'all be doing the dumping?
Anyways.
And I found out 2 days later, they started dating each other. Ah, yes. Okay, right. Let's blow up our entire lives, our relationship with our siblings and our best friends, just for a little bit of hanky-panky.
Not a great plan.
It broke me. I came home to find my brother effing my girlfriend only to run off with her. I had to move back in with my parents. It was infuriating because they kept talking about how happy Turk and Jen were. Wait, your parents did? Did they know? Throughout the next couple of months, Maria and I started talking. We were 2 people in similar situations. Misery does love company. We found some comfort in each other. 4 months after we got dumped, Maria and I officially started dating. 6 months after we got dumped, Turk found out that Jen was cheating on him. Sorry. You're gonna lose him how you got him. It's just the way it is.
Damn straight.
Why am I not surprised? She left him for the other guy. Maria would get the occasional message from Turk trying to reconnect, but she ignored him. Turk tried to hook up with your now fiance? Like, why is Turk reaching out to your now fiance? I thought he didn't want her anymore. Be for real. Like, what? The least he can do at this point is just leave y'all alone and let you be happy.
Why should they be happy?
Moving on to now, Maria and I are engaged and getting married in September.
Congratulations!
My parents were invited until my mom called me and threatened to not come if I didn't invite Turk. Does she know about all this? I don't get it. Like, have you not told them yet? I told her to not bother coming regardless. In my brother's eyes, Turk can do no wrong, even though he like stole your girlfriend? And also tried to reconnect with your now fiance after that ex-girlfriend cheated on him? It seems like to me that Turk can do a lot of wrong. When he slept with and started dating my ex, I told my parents everything he did and my mom tried defending him.
Oh, brother.
Seriously? Yeah, I see why you don't want to invite them to your wedding. Our relationship isn't the greatest, but it was somewhat decent. After I uninvited my parents, I only uninvited my mom, but my dad texted me and said he's not coming if my mom isn't. Turk blew up my phone trying to get a hold of me. This is the first time he's even tried reaching out to me in 4 years. So wait, there was no like apology or anything, or like trying to like touch base with you and catch up, but he did try to touch base with and catch up with your now fiance.
If you know what I'm saying.
Interesting. Very interesting. Like I said before, Turk posted about the situation here on Reddit as well, and apparently my parents told him that Maria and I were getting married, and that started this whole thing of them getting uninvited. He stopped calling me, but he's blowing up my phone with texts, begging me to re-invite my parents and possibly give him an invite. Yeah, no, that ship has sailed, babes. That ship has sailed. I am very curious to know what your brother said. We'll get to that in a second. Your mom downplaying what he did to you is kind of telling whose side she's on. I've come across that piece. It seems in Turk's eyes, he didn't do anything wrong either. And trying to get a hold of Maria is also trying to steal her from you. Literally. What possible reason could you have for trying to reach out to the person that you cheated on and is now with your brother?
Nasty stuff.
You're better off without all of them in your life moving forward. Good luck with the upcoming wedding. Yeah, I second that. I fail to understand how you can defend someone who does that. What did she say? She used the whole, oh, but we're family. We're family. Okay, so we were family before. I wasn't treated like family. Why do I need to treat the people who didn't treat me like family like family?
I forgot the question quite a while back. Who are you again?
The original post was actually deleted, and the title was, "Am I wrong for accidentally getting my parents uninvited from my brother's wedding?" I'm sorry, did you not decide to share the part where you stole his girlfriend?
Oops.
And tried to reconnect with your now ex, who's now dating your brother. You're trying to steal somebody twice. Clearly, you don't see a problem here.
Problem? What problem?
Let's just avoid it. Let's avoid it. Let's leave little things out. This is a little minor detail. Back when my ex Maria and I were dating, we set my brother Arthur up with his ex Jen, who was Maria's, I guess now ex, best friend. Maria and I dated for about a year, and Arthur and Jen dated for about 9 months. Out of our little group, my personality matched Jen's the most, which led to us getting close. That's how you're gonna justify it?
Yes.
I feel so comfortable around Jen. We both had a moment of weakness. We were at a party and we did the deed. We snuck around for about a week before Arthur and Maria found out. Jen and I decided we'd be better together, so we broke off our relationship and started dating each other. Jen and I dated for about 6 months and it was amazing until I found out she was cheating on me and she left me for the other guy.
I hate Jen!
Right, because I probably wouldn't want to date someone who willingly cheated on his girlfriend and went behind his brother's back. Like, that's kind of like scraping the bottom of the barrel, in my opinion.
What a...
And not to absolve her from any judgment either. She cheated on your brother, and you were like totally fine with that? Jeez Louise. I was heartbroken. I thought I found my match, right? A person who is just as as you are, right? Sorry.
Not sorry.
I kept thinking about how good Maria was to me. In hindsight, she treated me way better than Jen ever did. Yeah, but you realize that too late, buddy. That's a little late for that.
What an idiot.
Can't you like find somebody new, or you gotta go for the person that your brother is dating again? I went to message her and beg her to take me back, but decided to look at her Instagram pictures first, and that's when I found out that her and Arthur had started dating in the 6 months Jen and I were together. All right, so I guess you didn't know that she was with your brother, but like you didn't know that she was with your brother because you haven't spoken to your brother in 4 years because you stole his girlfriend. They've been together 4 years, and I found out from my parents that they're getting married in September. It hurts so much finding that out. Too f***ing bad. Oh yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? Does that hurt? Does that hurt you? Right.
Good.
Think about how you treat other people. You have no right to say that you're hurt in this situation. I'm sorry, you don't. What hurts even more is the fact that I didn't even receive an invite. But you don't like talk to your brother. You haven't spoken to him since this happened. I wouldn't invite you either. I mean, I know things have happened between us, but Arthur and I are brothers. Clearly, you don't care about the fact that you're brothers. We're family. Oh, brother. I knew it. I knew it was coming. But we're family. Shut up. When I told my parents I hadn't received an invite, they phoned Arthur and tried to get him to invite me. But all that ended up doing is getting them uninvited. I tried calling Arthur to get them reinvited and to get myself invited, but he didn't answer any of my calls. Allow me to play the world's smallest violin.
Not quite my tempo.
My parents haven't said anything, but I feel like they're mad at me for getting them uninvited from Arthur's wedding. Am I wrong for accidentally getting my parents uninvited from my brother's wedding? Yes. Luckily, the post was deleted, but the comments are still there. Dear God, you expected the person you cheated on to take your cheating back, and you're shocked to discover that your brother doesn't want your cheating at his wedding? Go figure. What? I bet mom and dad tried the whole "if you don't invite your brother, we won't come" trick. Okay, bye. I can picture brother unemotionally saying, "Cool by me, I'll save you the trouble of having to RSVP. No, you're not invited." They f***ed around and find out. This is the definition of f***ed around and find out. He literally f***ed around and he found out. I have to say though, I'm wondering if your parents know the full story here, because like to me, it sounds like your brother likes to leave out details to make himself sound better. He doesn't really see like he's done anything wrong. He's probably found a way to justify it or something. I don't know. Judging by the way that he decided to present himself on social media and on this Reddit thread, I feel like he wasn't entirely forthcoming with what he did. It's the "I know things happened between us" for me. I know I was literally awful to you. I'm sorry, did you mean to say "I'm so sorry I stole your girlfriend, then tried to steal your girlfriend again"?
I'm not even sorry.
This mother... So the two people getting married are one, an ex he cheated on, and two, his brother and good friend, but they're no longer close because he his dude's girlfriend. So yeah, you could say something's happened between you and the happy couple. I love it when I find Reddit threads where you see like both sides of the story. You just see human nature, right? Like you see people leaving out certain things that make them sound bad, and they kind of like, you know, cherry pick what they choose to tell. It's very telling. In this post that I read, I don't really see any remorse from the brother's part at all. He literally does not understand how it's possible that his brother uninvited him from his wedding. Yes, he's dating your ex, but you cheated on her, so you didn't want her. I'm not surprised you deleted that. So, OP, the brother we like, has a small update that he wanted to share because he got married. My wedding was amazing. It went so smoothly, and I didn't hear from Turk. He didn't even show up as far as I know. Wow, no congratulations or anything, eh? My parents didn't show up and try to make a scene or anything, which was good. I agree. You don't want that kind of like
Negative energy at your wedding.
I'm sad that you guys couldn't figure out a way to like talk about it. I'm sad that your mom couldn't come to terms with the fact that your brother's a piece of shit. But you don't need people like that in your life. You just don't. My mom didn't text me, but my dad texted me saying congratulations. I feel like your dad is just like got no backbone. He just kind of goes along with whatever your mom says. I guess Turk called my mom because she texted me shortly after my honeymoon, basically begging me to forgive Turk because he's my brother. I fail to see when Turk has ever apologized until he wasn't getting an invite to the wedding. Has he ever apologized? Based on what he's written, there's been no apology until he wanted something and wanted to be invited to the wedding. I didn't text back, it's not worth it. That was a week ago, and I haven't gotten any other text from my mom or Turk since. And that's it. The funny part is Turk is still trying to get our mom to solve his problems, but all of that is behind me now. Sorrows, prayers. I don't think that you can pull the whole we're family card if you didn't treat that family member like family in the first place. What's more is they usually don't advise the sibling they want forgiven to go grovel to their brother or sister or even offer a common apology. Literally, there's nothing to forgive. There's been no apology. Like, you forgive once there's been an apology, but there hasn't been one. Not that anyone is required to forgive somebody for an offense of that magnitude, no matter what they do, but I've noticed that the parents who demand that the injured sibling forgive don't even also demand that the offender do everything in their power to earn forgiveness. It's just supposed to be handed to them on a platter. And this is how you create children.
Oh, really?
Who can do no wrong in your eyes and their own eyes. If they're never expected to apologize for anything they've done wrong and take accountability, then they don't feel like they've ever done anything wrong. Apologies go a long way, my friends. It's spoiling. That's all it is. A lifetime of mommy giving crotch goblin what he... God, I love that term. It's so funny. It's so accurate too in this case. What he wanted to the point where he thought he could steal his brother's partner. The mom is still telling Crotch Goblin, it's okay, take whatever you want. You don't deserve any repercussions for your actions. Cousin tries to self-invite her family to my wedding and requests their own food and that their kids be in the wedding. Shaming my cousin for my upcoming wedding. Oh, don't you love family? Family is so fun, isn't it?
Definitely something.
I'm getting married in October. Initially, we were concerned with guest lists and being able to invite our whole families. Between both our families, we were at 125 people already. It's amazing how many people you need to consider when planning a wedding and creating the guest list. It can get expensive, especially when you're paying for everybody, you know, venues. It gets expensive. My mom had told my aunts and uncles that cousins may not all be invited, and definitely no kids of our cousins will be invited. Cue last weekend. One of my cousins, who I haven't seen or really talked to in over 5 years, messages me to ask when my wedding date is so they can block off work, because they also want to use my wedding to kick off a vacation week for their kids and need to begin planning so that they can save money. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just accommodate your schedule and your children. Sorry. Let me just... It's your wedding. It's your wedding. She then goes on to say she would love her kids to be the flower girls and ring bearers, and already has the perfect outfits for them in mind. My fiance and me will be having our nieces and nephews filling these roles. Also, her kids want chicken tenders, pasta with butter, cheese fries, and pepperoni pizza with root beer for dinner, and chocolate soft serve ice cream with rainbow sprinkles for dessert.
Anything else I can get you?
I'm sorry, this isn't an Olive Garden. So make sure I order that for them. Again, not a restaurant. Guys, the entitlement! I was gonna invite her and her husband anyways, but she said all of this before even knowing if she's invited. I told her the date, but said we weren't sure on our guest list yet with family because of costs, and if we do invite cousins, that their kids aren't allowed. Now, I'm tempted to delay her save the date a week or two so she sees her sisters get the first. Lol. She will also be sitting with her entire family, estranged sister and all, per my seating charts. She only doesn't like her sister because because she feels her parents are wasting her possible inheritance money on paying for her sister's therapists and treatments programs.
No, mental health is important and it shouldn't be stigmatized.
My aunt and uncle are quite well off, and I will be making it clear, no kids. This is a child-free wedding with the exception of our immediate nieces and nephews. If she tries to bring kids, they will not be allowed in. But seriously, I'm still in awe at the entitlement to assume she's invited and the list of demands. I can understand needing to know if you need to block out a date for a wedding. However, to assume that you will be invited when you're not immediate family, it's a no-go, my dear.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not. I don't envy brides because the amount of stress one has to deal with. Because, like, if you don't invite them, you know those people are gonna be butthurt. Like, you know it. I think we have to get past this idea of like, oh, family is family. They need to be invited to all big events. No, they don't. I'm sorry. If we don't have a relationship, then why am I inviting you to my wedding and paying for your family? Absolutely not.
There's always room for family.
I'd be hesitant to invite her at all after that. She seems like the type to show up with the kids regardless and also spend the whole time complaining about things. Can confirm. That's exactly who she'll be. OP responds, luckily my aunt is very involved in their lives and so she will be buying their plane tickets so she won't allow the kids to come. And if she wants to come and complain, not my problem. I'll be too busy enjoying myself on the dance floor with everybody else. That's what's up. That's what weddings should be about. Why are you even inviting her? She sounds stressful and she's not even close to you. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm stressed out just reading this. And I'm not even involved. But people really do be out here butthurt that you didn't invite them. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to help my future cousin-in-law after he tried to have a say in my wedding? I'm getting married this summer. At first, we just wanted to have a ceremony in a pretty place without anyone. Then 2 of our moms were added, then another 12 or so relatives. No friends of mine or my fiance's. Then we decided to have a small banquet somewhere to celebrate. I found a beautiful place where you can rent a lakeside pavilion with staff and food. I really fell in love with that place. But then in a few days, my girlfriend gets a call from her mom who says, hey, Steve came by, this cousin-in-law in question, and he said you should change the venue because the traffic will be bad after we're done and go home. Oh, I'm sorry. How inconvenient for you. My fiance loves her family and hates disappointing people, aka a pushover, so she said, okay. What? Absolutely not. Do not change anything. After she told me what happened, I said he had no right making claims like these, and we haven't even invited anyone yet. We told and showed pictures to moms, and apparently my girlfriend's mom told Steve, who was opposed to that place.
That's too damn bad!
Well, Steve can take a seat at home and not come.
I'm gonna come.
Well, after we told girlfriend's mom that we are appalled at Steve's behavior, when you're invited, if something doesn't suit you, you just don't come. That's what I'm saying. Inconvenient for you? I'm sorry. Then just don't come.
Story of my life.
It started a chain reaction among the relatives. I only have my mom, so no drama. He started pushing the narrative that he's not afraid of a traffic jam himself, but is worried about his father-in-law, who's almost 80. Father-in-law's wife had a flight with my girlfriend's mom, who is her sister. So 6 people out of potentially 12 invited already said they weren't coming to that place I want, all without any official invitations yet. Great, less money to spend for you, okay? We were very stressed and surprised. We started planning the easiest, least offensive wedding possible, and some dude is afraid of a possible 1.5 hour drive back home. Doesn't it take like an hour and a half to drive anywhere these days? Honestly. Like, I've been stuck in Ubers for like an hour, driving across Toronto.
Canada, you did it again.
If they're worried about the father-in-law, then the father-in-law just shouldn't come. Like, sorry, it's not their wedding. They don't get to decide. Okay? But that is not all. A few days ago, he called my fiance asking if she knew someone who could create a website for his company. He knows that's my profession. So she gave me the phone, and first thing he cheerfully said was, hey, future relative. Oh, so nice when you want something, aren't you? I got some details and told him I'd think about it.
Not.
I told my significant other that I'm not going to help him. He didn't bother to call us to explain his point of view on our banquet location and instead started spreading God knows what behind our backs among older relatives who don't drive and probably don't even know the location. He might as well have told them it was a 10-hour ride to make them call and preventatively decline the invitation. Again, through my significant other's mom. But when it came to his company and his profits, he called us directly. Ain't that the truth? I told my fiance he's a and I'm not going to help him, but she's upset because she wants everyone to be super friendly to each other. Am I the a-hole? I'm just gonna check my watch quickly. Yeah, it's a little late for that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that you don't get a say in other people's weddings. Like, you just don't. Unless it's a matter of life and death, you don't. And even then, if it's that big of a deal to you, just don't go. It's not like, come on. It's supposed to be fun. I thought we were having fun.
This is fun. This is fun.
Not the a-hole and don't change at your banquet location for one. That's what's up. Yep, family won't attend sounds like the perfect opportunity to invite friends. Yes, and people who are excited to be there rather than people who seem to find it inconvenient to watch you get married. I am gobsmacked that any close relative would turn down the chance to attend a small family wedding because they may be in a car for an hour and a half. I'd be over a moon that I didn't have to fly for yet another destination wedding. Oh yeah, true. An hour and a half is not far at all. People, like, I have traveled like 12 hours for a wedding before, and this person wasn't even a friend. Boyfriend's friends. So, I mean, it wasn't Hawaii, so.
Which isn't the point.
Also, just to clarify, it seems that this is not a close relative, it's a distant relative. I feel like everyone's just coming to the realization that planning weddings for a bunch of entitled family members that you never see is just not worth it. Go to City Hall, maybe have a party that's optional for people to attend, and spend all that money on your honeymoon, babe. Go away for like 2 months. Reddit has dubbed this person not the a-hole. And what I say goes, ruin my wedding to propose, I'll ruin your proposal. I, 35 male, have a younger brother. We'll call him Todd, 29 male, who had a complicated birth and had to stay a month in the ICU. And because of that, my parents have always doted on him and almost denied him nothing, even if it was to the detriment of my sister, Abby, 32 female, and I. My brother drinks in on the attention and has on more than one occasion made himself the center of attention at either my sister's, or a cousin's special event. Because of this, Abby and I have a strained relationship with Todd and our parents. Unfortunately, Todd met and fell in love with Lucy, 24 female, who announced her own pregnancy at the baby shower my mom held for Abby. Strike one. When I proposed to my wife, Michelle, I wanted to elope, but she really wanted her family to be there, so I invited my family out of obligation. While out, my best man, Jim, noticed a receipt from a jewelry store that slipped out of Todd's pocket. Jim confronted Todd about this, which led to an argument. Jim told me everything, and I told Todd that he was no longer going to be a groomsman because I knew he was going to propose at my wedding. I'm gonna what? Todd cried to our parents. Sorry, how old are you again? Like almost 30? Okay. And which led to a blowout. In my parents' eyes, since Todd never admitted that he was going to propose to Lucy at my wedding, I was unfairly judging him. I refused and brought up Todd's past behavior. My parents couldn't refute this and got Todd to agree not to try anything at my wedding. This wasn't enough to convince me to let him be a groomsman, but I warned him that if as a guest he'd try anything, I would make him regret it. Fast forward to the wedding, and surprise, surprise, Todd walked over to Lucy and proposed to her during Michelle's father and daughter dance! And did it in a way so that everyone would notice. Hail to the no. Absolutely not. Away with you.
Flip their heads!
Cue my revenge. Jim and I had hired a woman to pretend to be Todd's side piece. Hold the phone. Hold it! Hold that phone! Who cornered Todd and Lucy and claimed she was pregnant with his baby.
How the turntables.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is spicy. Oh my goodness. Todd denied this, but when she called his phone, I gave her his number and messed with Todd's phone to incriminate him. It didn't look good. Lucy threw the ring back at Todd and left in tears. Oh my. Does the punishment fit the crime? When Todd saw the smile on my face, he knew that it was me, and I didn't respond to a single call/text from him or my parents until after the honeymoon. Lucy has thrown Todd's stuff out and has been denying access to their kid. Todd is furious and demanding that I clear his name. I sent him a text saying that I had no idea what he was talking about, as well as a screenshot for a bill for the wedding, and gave a vague message demanding reimbursement for half the wedding costs. Michelle knew the whole time what I was planning and gave me the green light after Todd ruined her moment with her dad. So I felt pretty good. But now even Abby thinks I went too far. Listen, this is really spicy. Like very, very spicy. Diabolical even.
But it's worth it.
However, I'm not sure if the punishment fits the crime. Just saying. I feel like there's something else that you could have done. Because, like, did he ruin your wedding? Did he stop you from getting married? No, he didn't. Then again, it also would just take, like, one word from you to say this didn't actually happen. It was just a prank, brah. I don't know. Not the petty revenge that I would have taken. However, let's see what everybody else had to say. During the father-daughter dance, that's insane. I love what you did. Maybe time to go no contact instead of low contact. You have your new family now. I agree, it's bad, but like, it might be just like, like one step too far. Just a little bit. You know what? Yeah, he did kind of ruin the wedding. Like he did it during the father-daughter dance. It's bad. It's bad. I don't know, man. I'm a doormat. I would never do this. I would probably just go no contact and never talk to him again. I'm not sure if I would do this explicitly. I can't believe the audacity. It would be one thing if he waited until the party was dying down and it was just his family and a few friends left to do it with his brother's blessing. But against his wishes, during one of the most intimate moments of the reception, he's a douche. I mean, it's a good point. You did tell him that something bad would happen. 1, Todd gets called out. 2, Todd gets warned not to try anything or he will regret it. 3, Todd does his thing anyway. 4, Todd is made to regret doing his thing.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, things escalated to a nuclear option, but dude had every opportunity not to be a scheisse. If he's left doing his best surprise Pikachu impression now, that's on him. Dang, y'all are petty, eh? I don't know. I still feel like it was a step too far. Like, that's also his kid. There's children involved. Now he can't see his kid. Like, it's just like, it is the step a little bit far. I would have done something a little bit different, but that's just my opinion. I don't see anywhere in your description where he apologized for his actions, so I wouldn't worry about apologizing for yours either. He hasn't. OP response. Oh, interesting. Now that you're knee deep in this petty revenge, I would say, yeah, like, don't do anything until he apologizes. And even if he did, like, it's kind of like your immediate response to that should be an apology. You know, clearly you went too far. The brother went too far. Everybody's gone too far. But then to not apologize for what you did when you know you did something wrong. Damn, insane that he hasn't. I was on the fence first. Thought that he brought it upon himself, but that maybe you went a little far. But if he hasn't even said sorry, then damn, you warned him and he lied to you, your family, and presumed them all against you. Not much else to say. He got what he had coming. All right. I definitely want to know what you guys think. Does the punishment fit the crime? Are we all petty a-holes to believe it? Am I the a-hole for telling my friend she can't stay at mine? I, 28 female, own a digital travel magazine and make my money by writing about interesting destinations around the world. I started this business 3 years ago and I'm now making quite a bit of money, close to 6 figures, but not quite there. My friend Laura told me my business idea is stupid and I should just get a job like everybody else. I'm sorry, get a job, own a business. Now, I'm no influencer and I don't post dressy pictures on Instagram or anything like that. I just write good, honest text about destinations, good travel guides that people love. When she heard how much money I'm making from my stupid job, she decided to change strategies. Oh, that old ticket, I see. About 1 year ago, Laura decided to also create her own travel magazine. Shut up! No! Oh, I hate it when they copy you. Oh my God. I have a theory. Entitled friends copy you because they want to steal your life. And of course, they're low-key jealous.
High-key jealous.
And she basically copied every single article. She reworded a lot of stuff, but ultimately you can even see the structure of the articles being the same. Even the affiliates I'm using, the wording, and the call to action and her main page. Buddy! Oh my God, I hate it when they mirror you. It's so creepy. This has happened like at least 5 times in my life and it's so painful. Like it's just so awful. And you want to be supportive because you're their friend. But after a certain point, it starts to get a little bit too similar. That's pretty deflating, but I never told her anything about this because I didn't want to discourage her. And the worst part is it's like they think it's easy, you know? Like that's the most offensive thing. When they want to copy you because they think it's like an easy thing for them. If you're doing it, then they can do it.
Well, it can't be that hard, can it?
Yes, it is. It is. Everything is hard. Like anything worth doing is really, really hard. I also didn't tell her how to run the business as it's taken me years to get to this point. Ultimately, she's now my competition, bro. I did hint that she should be unique and find her own voice and her own niche. Laura and I used to go to visit places together. 2 friends traveling together. Now it's a bit stressful because I know she's relying on me to find and scout locations and hell no. And she just wants to join to also write about these places. Hell no. Hell to the no! Ooh, I get the heebie-jeebies just reading this. I know my way around SEO and how to do keyword research, right? Because, it takes a long time to do what you're doing and be successful at it. I pick a lot of places based on this and their demand, so I find it a bit uncomfortable that she's just coming along because she knows she will get a good keyword destination out of it. Anyways, I recently moved to a town in the US that has a lot of potential for me to write about it. Plenty of demand, lots of keywords, and I've got so much to write about here. She recently asked me to come visit and stay at mine. She's gonna steal your clothes too. Trust me. I have no problem with this as she is my friend. Be careful. But she told me she will bring her camera to photograph it all and wants me to take her to all the hidden gems and to show her the best things to see and do, etc. It's taken me a while to discover all these things, and now she just wants to tap into my niche and write about it as well. At the end of the day, we do compete for limited space on search engines, and I'm exhausted. She first discouraged me. Yeah, that's the worst part, eh? And now she's seen my success, and she's decided to copy it, and she continues to do so. I told her I don't want to host her if she's coming to write about my niche destination. She was livid. She said I'm an awful friend and that I don't want her to succeed.
That I'm selfish and ignorant.
I personally feel she should know that competing friends should never cross these boundaries. I'm hosting her on my expense. She should know better, or at least ask me if I'm okay to write about the same destination. Am I the a-hole for telling her to pay for her own hotel and discover the locations on her own if she wants to write about it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not! Update, your comments were an eye-opener. She's clearly not my friend. I don't know how I ignored all the signs for so long. We were friends since childhood, and I guess it's hard to let go of people you grow up with. Not that it's an excuse for my inability to see her for what she is, a snake.
I'm so slither and snaky because I'm a snake.
A friend would be supportive and not manipulative. She should have understood a long time ago that what she's doing is not okay. I'm at peace with my decision, and I'm glad I've told her I don't want her in my home. You are all right. It's time to block her number and move on. Good. I'm glad you know that. It's happened to me so many times throughout my journey as an artist. First, as a photographer, and then as an actress, and now as a YouTuber. I've just had friends that want to copy me. And I think that there's something to be said for the fact that they don't want to copy you. They want to steal it. They want to steal the thing that makes you special. Get your own damn hobby and career. Dang! WTF, you've been much too nice already. What she's doing has a name. It's called plagiarism. It is theft. Yeah, especially with regards to things like writing, like written writing. That's plagiarism. You can't copy someone else's writing and piece of work without plagiarizing. That's a crime. You could sue her, honestly. Why would you keep contact with her, let alone share any travel plans with her? She may have been your friend years ago. Now she's a user and resorts to verbally and emotionally A-ing you when you finally express a very legitimate, long overdue boundary. Not the a-hole to her, but you've been an a-hole to yourself and to all efforts invested in your business. I completely agree, and it's always when you express the boundary that all of a sudden they get upset with you, and it's like you kind of take candy away from a baby. Completely agree. Why would you host your competition? She isn't your friend, and while you should have put the boundary up years ago, now is the time. Stop being friends with this person. Get angry, get a lawyer. Plagiarism is illegal. OP needs to be shut down. All right, you're not the a-hole, my dear. And this goes for all of you too. Watch out and be wary of friends that copy you. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend I don't want to be her bridesmaid anymore? My friend Mary, why is it always Mary? That's always the choice for the fake pseudonym.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
My friend Mary and I have known each other since we were children. We've grown apart over the past few years, but she still considers me important enough to make me a bridesmaid. Her wedding is set to be in 3 weeks. One reason why I sort of distanced myself from her was because of her treatment of my relationship. My boyfriend Jack and I have been together for 3.5 years. He's a wonderful person, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's the man I want to marry. But Mary is under the impression that Jack is too good for me. I'm gonna what? Hold the phone. Jack comes from a very wealthy background. His parents are certainly very wealthy. He was practically guaranteed a lavish life from the moment that he left the womb. This is in stark contrast to my childhood. I grew up in a low-income neighborhood, often wondering where my next meal was or how I was going to pay the bills at a young age. I'm grateful and proud for where I am today. Jack is considered to be conventionally attractive, always looking like he should be on some magazine or billboard somewhere. Jack's good looks and the background have led Mary to believe that Jack deserves better than me. I'm sorry, I thought that we want the best for our friends. According to her, there's no way I could have pulled someone so attractive and rich. What?
Sounds a little like jealousy.
It's pretty disheartening to hear those things constantly, and it does kind of take a toll on you. And the friendship. That's not a friendship, honey. You guys are frenemies. Whenever Jack is around, she's quite polite and respectful, never once making those comments. Eventually, the comments stopped. Mary invited me for lunch with her fiance and his friend Gary. Is this going where I think it's going? From the moment I arrived, Mary and her fiance were consumed in their own conversation, paying no attention to the both of us. It was fine, as Gary seemed to be a great lad with great chat. He asked me why I was single, and I told him that I was in a happy, committed relationship. He was very taken aback by my answer. He told me Mary had set up a blind date of sorts for the both of us. Oh my goodness. What? I was very confused and slightly angry. Yeah. I didn't want to be confrontational at lunch, especially in public, so I just carried on with the lunch. Luckily, Gary wasn't upset and ended up making a few jokes about the whole ordeal. I called Mary later on in the day and asked her a ton of questions about why she thought it was okay to do that. At first, she tried to deny it, but then she just tried to justify it, saying that Gary is a man who's more in my league. Oh! And since he was also a groomsman, we needed to get to know each other better. Oh my goodness, this is awful. I was shocked by her bluntness, so I just told her that I didn't want to be her bridesmaid anymore. Yeah, that's the least you could have done. Granted, it was a pretty impulsive decision, but I still stand by it. Mary didn't take it well, trying to apologize and saying it was a mistake. It's been a few days and her fiance has been texting me, asking me to suck it up for the wedding. I feel pretty conflicted right now. Edit, Jack does know about the date. I wouldn't keep that from him. You're not the a-hole? That is sneaky and weird. On what planet is that okay? Not on this one, that's for sure. You're absolutely not the a-hole, and you should have dumped this friend the minute she told you Jack was too good for you. Here. Don't let her change your mind. She sounds kind of jealous. Yeah. But this conniving behavior is insane. Be sure to block any more flying monkeys coming your way about just suck it up for the wedding. Suck this up for the wedding, huh? Huh? Affanculo. This girl is not your friend. She's jealous your partner is good looking and well off. I would not only not be her bridesmaid, but I also wouldn't attend the wedding. She has no respect for your relationship. I would simply tell her fiance that you stand by your decision and he should be questioning whether or not he wants to marry someone that acts this way. That is what's up. Ugh, not the a-hole, God. My friend expects me to include her in everything. This already hits home a little bit. Hello, I know this post might seem very trivial compared to a lot of the stuff on here, but it's something that's been bugging me since the beginning of quarantine. I have a friend. We'll call her Sarah, not Mary. She uses me as a crutch a lot, and she said this herself, and even her mom told her that she needs to stop doing that. It never bothered me too much, but it seems to have worsened because of quarantine. Me and Sarah's extended friend group tends to use Discord a lot, and she always used to complain that she felt left out because she didn't have a Discord despite making literally no effort to get it, and somehow made me feel guilty for it. Oh. This is already hitting home. I eventually persuaded her into getting it, hoping that the undeserved guilt trips would end, but it made it worse. We have a Discord server for our extended friend group, and because there's a solid 25 of us in the group, there's always some sort of voice call going on in there. And now whenever I join that voice call, Sarah asks me why I didn't ask her to join. Like, why you gotta turn it into something where I did something wrong? Sorry, this is clearly something that I've experienced. Not the Discord thing, but... Oh yeah, I should probably specify she'll only join if I go out of my way to call her separately on my mobile and tell her that there's a call happening. Oh my god. I have to be the one to check for her. She makes no effort to get involved in any of this stuff on her own accord. But back to what I was saying, she basically guilted me for going on a call with my friends without her. This is actually the reason why I'm no longer friends with my entitled friend that I keep talking about. And whenever I'm on the phone to just her and I say something like, oh yeah, X said this the other day, she keeps asking when, where, which call, who was there, why I didn't tell her. It's exhausting. Oh my gosh. What is this? Why is this common? This is so weird. I found it so bizarre. Last night, about 6 of us were in a call together watching dumb short meme videos on YouTube together. Sarah was there for a bit but had to leave early for some reason. We came across this funny dance video while she was gone and in the call decided we were all going to recreate it together. It was mentioned in the text chats this morning and I tagged everyone who was in the call for the vid to recreate the video. And almost immediately, Sarah started calling me. I didn't answer, so she called again, but I still didn't answer because I knew damn well she was calling to ask why she wasn't tagged, why she wasn't involved. Sorry if this didn't make a lot of sense. I'm not good at gathering thoughts, but basically, how do I get her to understand that I'm allowed to talk to my friends without her and that she doesn't have to be involved in everything? And that if she wants to be involved, do it on your own accord. How do I say it without giving her room to try and guilt trip me? There's nothing you can say that's going to make her not guilt trip you. Honestly, with people like this, I honestly feel like they're a little bit narcissistic. Everything is about them. They make themselves the victim in every situation. And there's no winning. There really is no winning. And you're not going to have a coherent conversation with that person. They're never going to apologize. They're never going to see where they went wrong. I would distance yourself because that's... It sucks because you're losing a friend. It sucks to lose a friend. Like, it's the worst. It's like a breakup. But like, come on, man. This is like so high school. It's not even high school. It's like preschool. Clearly, she's got some unresolved issues with feeling left out. And now she's hypersensitive to whenever she feels left out. And she's taking that out on you. That's not your fault. You're your own person. And especially if you don't mean to leave her out, not your problem. She can also get involved on her own accord, like you said. Am I wrong for suing my friends after their wedding?
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
Okay. This story was posted in the Charlotte Dobre YouTube subreddit, and the title is, Am I the a-hole for suing my friends after singing and playing for their entire wedding and not getting paid? I, 30 male, am a lawyer.
And
Okay. If there's one person you don't want to put over, it's a lawyer. I'm just saying. But I'm also very active in music. I sing and I play piano, organ, and guitar. Pretty much any instrument I can get my hands on. I've performed at several weddings, often as a personal favor for close friends. So a while back, my friends Jimmy and Belle asked if I could handle their entire music for their Catholic wedding mass. That meant singing and playing organ through the whole liturgy, processional, offertory, communion, recessional, etc. I agreed, assuming I was being invited as a guest and doing this out of friendship. Ooh. But as the wedding approached, I noticed I hadn't received any kind of invitation, not even to the mass. I asked Belle and she replied,
Oh, we had to trim the guest list. But you can still come early to rehearse and do the music.
Translation, I wasn't invited. I wasn't even treated like a guest. Just free labor. Oh, absolutely not. No, no, no. No. Wow, the audacity! Still, I honored the commitment. I arrived early, rehearsed, sang, and played the entire mass alone, packed up, and left. No acknowledgement, no token, no food, no seat, no thank you. Oh my lord. Not even a bite to eat. Some people just really are lacking in class, aren't they? I sent them a professional invoice with a reasonable rate for performing solo for a full wedding mass. Nothing excessive, just what it's worth. They didn't pay it. Ooh, yeah, it's a little sus. Belle ghosted me. Jimmy said he'd talk to me, but nothing happened. I do genuinely feel OP could have said something earlier about the whole, okay, well, if I'm not a guest, then I'm gonna need to charge you for this. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what should be done, but like, I understand why he's upset, especially after no token, no food, no seat, no thank you. That would piss me off royally. To not even receive a thank you after doing free labor for someone, that is just crazy to me. They ignored follow-ups. After 30 days, I sent a demand letter. Love a demand letter. No response. So I sued them for breach of oral contract and unjust enrichment. Oh, okay. Did we have an oral contract?
The face and eye autofocus. But how do you turn it on?
We had written messages confirming the arrangement. Screenshots of Bella asking me to perform, timing, songs, and expectations. I represented myself. They showed up shocked that I followed through. Guess what? I won.
Don't mess with me, man. I'm a lawyer.
The judge ruled in favor and ordered them to pay the full amount plus court costs. Now our friend group is on fire. Some say I went too far. Others quietly say good for you. Belle's been posting cryptic quotes about betrayal and money over friendship. I mean, if anybody put money over friendship, it's her. Now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole for suing people I once considered friends after they used me for free live music and refused to pay? You gave them multiple chances and they kept ignoring you. You'd actually be surprised how common it is for people to not take you seriously until you get a lawyer involved. They don't really understand the gravity of what they're doing, and maybe they'll just think, you know,
If I ignore them, then maybe they might just give up.
I wouldn't let that slide, and I'm not a lawyer. People are gonna think you're the a-hole, but at the end of the day, you gave them plenty of chances to avoid court, and at this point, it's kind of like around and find out, you know what I'm saying? Not the a-hole. If you were not allowed to attend as a guest, that means you were hired to play. This they pay. It's funny how friendship did not extend to an invite, but now she's saying money over friendship. Bingo. friendship. This friend was not a good enough friend to get an invite to your wedding, but they were a good enough friend to play for your wedding for free without so much as a thank you. If OP was a friend, he would have been a guest. Not a friend, here's the invoice. Lol, pay up, not the a-hole. This would be my response every time. Friends get invited to the wedding, performers are hired and paid. And are supposed to be fed too. That's the other thing, right? For those of you who are going through weddings, even if you hire someone, see if you can find the time to go around and thank your vendors. Whether it be in your speeches or a personal thank you, it really goes a long way to make them feel appreciated. I genuinely feel like the bride and groom really tried to avoid OP as much as possible because they knew what they did was wrong, but they just wanted a free musician. Have a little class. You're saving hundreds of dollars. The least you can do is give this person a plate. Hundreds, if not thousands, honestly. Musicians for weddings are not cheap. As a friend, would you not want to pay a friend for their work? Expecting a friend to do something for you for free is not a friendship. That's like transactional, and like he's not even getting anything out of the relationship at all. So like, where is the plus side for him? So this is an interesting point. This may be an unpopular opinion, but even friends should get paid for services provided unless they've explicitly offered to do it for free, or if you've arranged a contract that their services are being considered a gift. Expecting free from friends always ends poorly. And that is one criticism of OP. Obviously he won in court, so it doesn't really matter, but like the payment thing maybe should have been discussed before the wedding. I doubt that it would have changed anything. It just creates like a little more of a paper trail, you know? And I'm not a lawyer, but
I am.
Are you the a-hole for suing your friends after singing and playing for their entire wedding and not getting paid? Absolutely not. We got some more wedding drama for you. Ooh, deleted. Why are we deleting, guys? Does this mean this was a little saucy? Am I the a-hole for telling the bride I won't be shaving my dog for her ocean-themed wedding tomorrow?
I have so many questions.
I beg your finest pardon. Throw away because my main has my real name and I know the bride stalks. Oh, that's why we deleted the account. So I, 26 female, I'm a bridesmaid in my former best friend Kelsey's 27 female beach wedding. The theme is ocean magic or something like that. Think mermaids, starfish, driftwood, blue ombre gowns, that sort of vibe. I've done everything she asked. I paid for a $300 seafoam green dress that I will never wear again, went to her destination bachelorette in Tulum where we nearly died in a sketchy ATV crash. Don't ask, been there. Bachelorettes in Tulum are like a different beast, I swear. It chews you up and spits you out, that town. And even helped write her vows because her fiance doesn't inspire her creatively. What? Red flag much. If you can't think of like some nice things to say about your fiance, that's kind of crazy, but okay. So the wedding is tomorrow and she just told me I'm not allowed to bring my dog unless I shave her. Why though? Why is that on theme at all? Like a naked mole rat at her wedding? Yes, shave her, as in remove the fur on my miniature dash-end Mercedes because her brown and black coat will ruin the aesthetic in pictures. Apparently, her planner said all pets need to have neutral tones or be groomed to match the sea-themed palette. Get the out of here. Are you kidding me right now?
You kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I've heard of brides having like restrictions on what guests wear, but pets?
So, how's the escape plan coming?
I laughed when I read the message. I thought she was joking. Mercedes has been in my life for 6 years and is basically my child. She has a long silky coat and she's super chill. She was gonna be my date since the wedding is technically pet friendly and I'm not bringing a +1. But Kelsey said, and I quote,
I'm not trying to be a bridezilla, but this is my vision and it's one day. Can you just do it for me? It'll grow back.
Your vision. I can't even imagine having like a weirdly shaved dog at your wedding. Like that is so bizarre. This is a very strange hill to die on. I told her I'm not shaving my dog bald so she can look like a beach rock in the background of her Pinterest photos. That's so bizarre. Like at that point, just why are you allowing pets? This is so dumb. Like I can't. I said if she wants a wedding where even pets needed to color match, maybe she should have just hired models instead of inviting friends. She freaked out, called me unsupportive, and removed me from the bridal group chat. Now the maid of honor says if I show up with Mercedes unshaved, she will kindly ask us to leave. Oh no. Of all the things, you must have a perfect wedding. If you're fixating on little problems like this, honestly, so much comes up. This is not an issue that needs your attention at all. I feel like I've bent over backwards for this wedding, but now some people in our friend group are saying I should have just left the dog at home or compromised and dyed her coat or something. No. This is literally the day before and Mercedes is staying with me in the hotel anyway. So am I the a-hole for refusing to shave my dog for this wedding? Or am I the only sane one left on this barnacle encrusted ship? Quite frankly, this is really stupid. She's grasping at like weird straws. It's a matter of principle at this point. And anyone who doesn't think this is absolutely bat crazy is smoking something that I don't want to be passed to me. I'm good on that. Ugh, don't shave the dog. This is too much, including the self-importance from the maid of honor and the pandering and enabling from the other bridesmaids. You do not want to be friends with people who think this kind of behavior is acceptable, in my opinion. The kind of people who think of animals as accessories. I get serious mean girl vibes off this crew. Soulless, not the a-hole. It's almost like they're looking for a reason to like exclude you or something, or bully you. Like, it's just, I don't see why this is an issue that they're fixating on. Like, this is really weird. I feel like there's something else happening here. Having pets in general for like an ocean themed wedding, unless it's a fish, I don't see why you even want pets at an ocean themed wedding to begin with. People pointing out that shaving a dog is not good for them. They have fur for a reason. It won't grow back the same way. I also agree with that. Like, it's not the same thing as grooming. Some people are saying you could buy Mercedes a little blue sweater if you feel like accommodating. Even that is better than like outright asking an owner to just shave their dog. Be for real right now. Is Bridezilla jealous of OP and her dog? I absolutely would not even want my dog around people like that. Leave her in the room and be done with them after the celebrations are over. These are not her friends. These are the group of girls that keep that one pity friend. OP, cut your losses and peace out of that friendship. That's why I feel like this is, it just seems like they're just going out of their way to make her feel bad for a reason that like really does not affect the wedding at all. I'm just very confused, but we do have an update. The wedding was today, the day that OP made the post. I did not go. Good. And no, Mercedes was not shaved or dyed green or dressed up like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Although those comments had me crying laughing. Y'all are evil. I love it. Anyways, after she booted me from the group chat and sent me that wild message about shaving Mercedes, I decided to be petty with Grace. I gave her a wedding gift. Boxed up my $300 bridesmaid's dress, the custom sea glass collar Mercedes was supposed to wear, and a card that just had a smiley face on it and labeled it "For the Blushing Bride." The tea comes courtesy of my friend Leo, one of the groomsmen, who had no idea about the whole dog shaving fiasco until I told him after the ceremony. Apparently, they had no backup flower dog. None. Kelsey had assumed I'd cave and show up with a bald Mercedes like I was bringing a rotisserie chicken in a leash. Oh, okay, so the dog was supposed to be the flower dog. Okay. Kelsey and her now husband even paused the ceremony for a bit, thinking I had run late. But no, I was not running late. Instead, I was driving me and Mercedes back home with the windows down playing Taylor Swift. That's what's up. The groom, who apparently has OCD, got visibly agitated because there were 6 groomsmen and only 5 bridesmaids. The symmetry was off and he was not doing well. Leo said he kept muttering, "This is all wrong," during their photos. I guess they should have thought of that. You thought your aesthetic was messed up? How about now?
How you like them apples?
What a dumb thing to fixate on. Like, it just like actually blows my mind that these people do not have bigger problems than this. You're literally creating problems at this point. Kelsey's mom apparently asked a random toddler from a guest family to walk down the aisle holding seashells to fill the flower roll. The toddler tripped, chaos ensued.
Go!
No one outside the bridal party knew what actually happened, not till this afternoon when I posted a picture of Mercedes in her untouched, unbothered glory on Facebook, along with the screenshots of Kelsey's messages. I tagged her. Wow. The caption?
Mercedes says she's sorry she couldn't ruin your aesthetic. She prefers having fur.
Ooh, messy. How very messy of you. I haven't opened Facebook yet to see any of the replies, and I'm debating whether to also upload this on my Instagram. Anyways, Mercedes and I are currently enjoying a beach of our own with drinks and peace. She's proudly unshaved and wearing her collar like a crown. I wish there was an update, but there's no update. You're the a-hole, OP, because 2 posts and no dog tax paid. I demand to see the baby.
I would like to see the baby.
We demand to see Mercedes in full furred glory. You cannot tell a story in which a furry cutie is the main character and then withhold the goods.
Right to jail.
You are not the a-hole, OP. I'm glad things turned out okay. I 20 female at the time, accidentally wore a white dress to a wedding, and I definitely got what I deserved. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at the photo and like, yeah, like there's white, but there's also a pattern on it. Okay, let's get into it. 7 years ago, I made the horrifying mistake. I wore a fully white dress with blue accents to my ex-boyfriend's cousin's wedding. Before you come for me, I swear I didn't know the no white at weddings rule. I was 20, deeply naive and tragically lacking wedding etiquette, like truly dumb and clueless. I thought it looked cute and wedding appropriate. I did not think I was making a power move or being disrespectful. But the bride, oh, she clocked it immediately. After the ceremony, as she was walking back down the aisle with her new husband, literally mid-smile and celebration, looked me dead in the eye and said,
"Oh, you wanted to be the bride today."
Okay, no, that's kind of... She took time out of like her walking down the aisle to say that to you. And that was just the beginning. All night, her bridesmaids came up to me with the most polite yet devastatingly pointed compliments. You know, the kind,
"Wow, you're so brave to wear that."
And
"I could never pull off something like that to someone else's wedding. Such a bold choice."
I didn't even realize at the time why everyone was being so weird. I got super anxious, felt totally out of place, and ended up crying outside the reception at one point. It wasn't until years later, thank you so much, Charlotte, that I realized, oh, I really messed up and was completely horrified. Since then, I've sincerely apologized and have never made the same mistake again. But I wanted to show y'all the dress and ask, was the dragging justified or was it unneeded wedding drama for them? See, this is the thing about like outright bullying people who wore, this is not what I would call a white dress. I just don't agree that this constitutes a white dress. Like, I think it's a pattern dress with white in it, but you would never confuse this girl for the bride. Like, that's the issue with white dresses, right? Like, you're kind of pulling focus. There's always a very clear reason why someone wears white. It's like, you know, the sister-in-law or the ex-best friend or the mother-in-law that's trying to steal the shine. If someone is wearing a dress with white in it, there always could be the thought that they could have asked the bride's permission. They could really not know the rule. I think that outright bullying people without like knowing for sure is a little classless.
You're being a dick.
Let people look dumb. If that was her intent, which it wasn't, let them look dumb. Yes, I know it's a rule, but there's a gray area there. And like, unless we know that the intent was malicious, I don't think it's fair to like bully people. I know at my wedding, I know I keep bringing it up, but now I actually have a reference point. How are you not just like in total bliss and like not paying attention and like paying attention to your husband and enjoying your day? This is such a small problem. She like cried after. I don't know. I just really feel like that was unnecessary. Let's see what other people said in the comments. I would have had no issue if you wore this to my wedding. It's a print dress, not a white dress, nor is it remotely bridal. I'm sorry you were treated so poorly. Okay, so I feel like we're kind of on the same page. To me, this is like a white and blue dress, but this is not like a white bridal dress. Exactly. Only petty people get upset about a print dress at a wedding. If you wore a fully white silk, satin, or cotton lace dress, you'd have been out of wedding etiquette. Here's the thing about etiquette though, it's a guide for polite behavior, not something to humiliate a person who doesn't have a clue what is going on. And furthermore, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be cultural. If someone wore like a printed white dress, it's a very common thing in Italy to wear white dresses with print to weddings. Those are wedding appropriate. The guest could have asked the bride, the guest could have literally no idea. If someone wears an outfit to an event to upstage or upset people, then they should be called out and possibly embarrassed. That's the thing. Like, she doesn't even know the bride well, so I don't really see how this could have been something to personally offend her. Too many people think that their wedding entitles them to behave like a spoiled child who doesn't have any manners. A lot of people in the comments agree that this isn't what constitutes a white dress. I just don't like how ridiculous the whole wedding standards are being pushed more and more. Yes, don't wear white, but now you can't wear a cute printed summer dress. This is the thing. Like, summer dresses almost always are like, they're white with like flowers on them or like cute little prints. I just genuinely don't feel like the bullying was justified. I don't think that you did anything to like overtly draw attention to yourself. I think that you just didn't know. And like, I actually don't agree that their reaction was justified at all. That's super weird. Mean girl behavior. I know I talk about the white dresses a lot and stuff like that, but like, I feel like people use it as an excuse to like overtly go and comment on things and like all the rules that I've come up with or whatever that I've like the social etiquette that comes with weddings. And it's like, I'm not saying that you should go and like bully people that like don't know the right thing to do, that like could have had a dress approved by the bride. It could be cultural. Like, I feel like people really kind of take the wedding etiquette thing a little bit too far. It's kind of up to the bride, but like a good friend of mine wanted to wear a very similar dress as this. And she's just like, I know there's white in it. And I'm like, girl, there's like, that's not a white dress. Relax.
You know what it never was? That's serious. It was never that serious.
But I'm chill, you know what I mean? Like, I'm chill. Some brides are like not okay with it. It is what it is, whatever. But like, it's a summer dress. It has blue in it. I wouldn't say that this is like, okay, she's overtly trying to upstage the bride. Brides, the website said, is it ever acceptable to wear white to a wedding? Historically, Western tradition dictates that guests should avoid wearing white to a big couple's day. And while the rule still stands, it can be confusing to know how far it extends. For example, can you wear a printed white dress or jumpsuit? Or is any glimmer of the neutral hue completely unacceptable? Generally, it's best to stay away from outfits that feature the color, including a pattern gown.
Wrong! That's wrong!
So many brides are incorporating color into their wedding wardrobes now, so you wouldn't want to show up in something similar to the bride. If the bride's also wearing color, you're not allowed to wear whatever the color of the bride is wearing? Like, what the f? So yeah, this website said, can you wear a printed white dress to a wedding? An etiquette expert called Diane Gottsman said, no, it's not acceptable. I don't know, man. Err on the side of caution and avoid it. You could ask the bride. I think she looks great. I think she put effort into herself and she looked beautiful. I've been to like so many weddings, and the amount of men that wear like white suits, the amount of patterns that I see, like people wearing like white feathers and white bags and like print dresses with white in them. I just don't really see it as a big deal, especially if they've asked the bride's permission. Anyways, that's just me. I have secondhand knowledge of a ton of Prince stories, and they are hilarious. He shot a video at a beach in Southern California. The tide comes in, made a huge deal, and demands to talk to someone about this. Who are you gonna talk to? The manager of the moon? Fires on entire staff for failing to somehow get his little artist, formerly known as Prince symbol, integrated internationally as a standard key on all computer keyboards. This is absolutely brain breaking. Let's look up the symbol. This fucking thing? When would I use that in a sentence? I guess I'm using it now. But when, other than when I'm referencing this, would I use this in a sentence? Can this just replace the question mark? Because it's a big question mark for me. At Paisley Studios, Prince wants to record a song right now. Engineer goes to plug in his keyboard, musical kind, not computer kind, and Prince, in his impatience, proclaims he doesn't need that. Plays the song, asks engineers if he got that. Engineer is like,
well, no.
Why not?
Because you weren't plugged in.
Oh, God. Oh,
Prince.
I mean, you are no longer with us. And for that, I am sad. You were a very fantastic artist, a very talented artist. But you were also an entitled one. Oh, shut up. People can still be entitled even when they're dead. You don't suddenly not become entitled when you die. I like this one. Prince calls into the studio from offsite to talk to someone there. Young guy receptionist asks who's calling. The boss of you. I am your boss now. I'm your boss. Don't get it twisted. It's almost like he's just really, really bored. Honestly, I think he just enjoys it. There is something to be said for just kind of screwing with people a little bit. Just a little bit. He probably enjoys the attention. He's Prince. I nannied for kids who went to school with Demi Lovato. Apparently, they used to be a huge bully, which is quite the opposite of what they preach now. Well, yeah, that's because they were the one getting bullied. We're only anti-bullying when it's happening to us. Otherwise, it's fair game. Don't want to be bullied? Don't be a little bitch. My sister was friends with Demi. She told me horrible things they used to do together. Demi was in fact a mean girl, and her campaign for bullying was after she got famous and was called fat by fans. I've got so many stories about her, and the few times I did meet her, she gave me such a I'm better than you feel. Keep in mind, this was posted 9 years ago, in case you're wondering why these people are not referring to Demi as a they. 6 times Adam Levine was a total dick. Wow. Sporting an insufferable mohawk. Levine was heavily criticized for sporting low energy and a bratty attitude at a show last year at Chile's Vina del Mar International Song Festival. Well, if you want to do my job, go ahead, he said at one point, heckling the audience as they sang along to She Will Be Loved. That was a TV show, not a concert. Levine was heard saying backstage after the lackluster 15-song performance. Fully aware of the civil unrest in the country, Levine and his band were late to the show, and Levine had asked that no one look him in the face prior to the performance. The blowback forced Levine to release a 2-minute statement in which he claimed technical difficulties were responsible for his insipid and detached demeanor. I see how it is. Well, the good thing about this is Levine actually did get humbled real quick. So, apparently this whole no eye contact thing is a big thing. It's like an actual thing for a lot of people. A lot of
celebrities.
My friend has worked on Dr. Phil for years. He has a no eye contact rule and is apparently one of the nastiest, most self-absorbed people in the industry. Yeah, if I was going around pretending to be a doctor and I wasn't, I would probably be a dick as well. Sorry, Daddy? Sorry, Daddy? Dr. Phil must be sent to the ranch. The no eye contact rule is because he doesn't want people to realize he's cross-eyed and his eyes are too close together. Source, I'm out of work and get depressed in the afternoon. Wait, really? Is that why whenever he looks at guests or into the camera, he tilts his chin down and leans forward? I mean, I don't watch him that closely, but I'll be watching now. Machine Gun Kelly once stayed at the luxury hotel I worked in years ago. He had a full screaming tantrum in the lobby, yelling about God knows what. My manager had to ask him to leave because he was scaring the guests around him. How did a guy like this get Megan Fox? This isn't the first story about him I've heard. Apparently he's a nightmare. An absolute nightmare to be around. Look at those pearls on his face. Unrelated, but look at them. Aren't you embarrassed? I would be so embarrassed to know that everybody knows that I'm a Keep that shit in private. They don't need to know. Lucille Ball hated flight attendants. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this makes me sad. Okay. Oh. My mother's a flight attendant and had Lucille Ball on a flight. When my mom came by with a beverage cart and asked Lucy what she would be like, she turned her head and looked out of the window, which was followed by her assistant saying, "I'm sorry, Miss Ball doesn't speak to the help." Oh, Miss Lucille. You know, I do like you a little bit less, knowing that. Why flight attendants? What you got against flight attendants? You got a problem? Oh, so upsetting. I was a production assistant back in 2004 to 2005. I noticed mainly European actors were very humble and low maintenance, and it was US talent was the opposite, with exceptions of course. On the films I worked on, Scarlett Johansson was very high maintenance. It was her first tentpole film, and I think it went to her head a little bit. She kept demanding extra things left and right, and it was a miserable experience for most of the PAs on set. Cool and low-key actors on set: Ewan McGregor, Steve Buscemi, Sean Bean, Michael Clark Duncan, Ice Cube, Samuel L. Jackson, William Dafoe, Danny DeVito, Tim Roth, Forrest Whitaker, Kelsey Grammer. For the most part, actors were generally good. If you want to know the most entitled person I had to deal with, it was hands down Michael Bay. He's an a-hole of the first order, and anyone associated with him, his bodyguards and assistants, his 2 huge ass dogs, and some of his other staff are all straight entitled idiots. But I'm Michael Bay. I'm Michael Bay. I'm Michael Bay. Just because a PA is on set, that doesn't mean that they're automatically your slave. They'll go get you a coffee if you need one. But like, PA does not equate to slave. Rebel Wilson fat shamed her body double. I'm sorry.
What?
Really? Why'd you do that? My brother is a D-tier actor in Australia. He's worked with Rebel Wilson a fair bit. He said she's the most unpleasant person he's ever encountered. Makes everyone treat her like an absolute diva. She's also body shamed her body double who gained weight in between different shoots. I'm sorry, as someone who used to be like a bigger girl, do we not understand that that's not necessarily the best way to go about things? I have a true story I'm telling secondhand. This was in a hotel, not a movie set. So sorry for breaking the rules. Apparently, Sylvester Stallone had been angering the cleaning staff because he was leaving shit in the shower. When the manager complained to his people about his behavior, his publicist explained that they had to understand that Mr. Stallone was a very busy man. I'm sorry, how does being busy equate to shaisa in the shower? Oh, I'm so busy, I must poo while I shower. I'm so busy, I have to act like an absolute animal. Right. In the shower. Mr. Stallone was a very busy man. Too busy to sit on a toilet. Wow. Not too busy to shower, though. So that's good. Imagine being so entitled that you think that everyone will just clean your crap out of the shower. It's fine. They'll do it.
I'm Sylvester Stallone.
Subscribe!